Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Samiksha Tanwar, and if you don't know yet, I am a part of the Energy and Emotions team. And today's topic is going to be about love and cosmic love and the heart chakra. And to start with, um, love is not an emotion and it is not a thought. Love cannot be defined by anything else but love itself. And amongst our seven chakras that we possess in our body, heart chakra is the one that connects the top three and the bottom three chakras. It also it lets us focus on selfhood, which is love itself, and it is associated with compassion and kindness and empathy and love. In today's live, we're going to talk to Miss Erica Platten, who is a professional in the field. She's a chakra healer, and she's been in this field for a lot of years. And she is going to explain to us better about cosmic love and the heart chakra. So, I don't think she's here yet. So, Miss Erica Platten has joined the live, and I'm going to add her. And she's the one who's going to tell us more about today's topic, which is cosmic love. Okay. I'm probably hi.
Hello.
Okay, finally. I thought I was messing it up. I couldn't add
No, no,
you.
no. You're doing fine. You're doing great.
All right, all right. Then let's start this session. I just want to tell you that you're looking beautiful,
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
I mean, I already, just can sense your energy, and I love that. And I'm really excited to talk about the topic of today, which is cosmic love.
I am so happy to be here. As always, every Friday, it's a beautiful opportunity. So I am happy to be here. And I'm happy that now I finally met you. I have seen you in Reels, but I didn't have the opportunity to talk to you. So now we're in the same page.
Same here, actually. I saw you too, and I mean, I knew the moment that we are going to talk soon.
Yes, yes.
So, I'm actually just going to tell you a little bit about myself. So, basically, I just
Hi,
graduated,
Daphne. Sorry.
but
Hi, Daphne. Yes, go ahead.
yeah, so I was really interested in, how healing works and chakras and everything. So I know that you're the professional, but since I was so interested in this field, I also did, a course on that online, and I really learned about all of that. So apart from, hosting this live, which is a part of my job, so to say, I'm also interested personally in knowing more about the heart chakra and what cosmic love really is.
But I heard you and you learned a lot in your course.
I mean, I did, but my purpose behind that course was to practice those things on myself. You know,
Okay.
yes, not taking it out on a professional avenue. So about myself, so I think that you are somebody who can maybe explain me better about these things. I do know a little bit, but yes.
But share, like, why do you wanted to share, like, to take it on yourself, like to learn?
So why did I? Because I think that um, so whenever I mean, whatever happened in my life, I due to that I started I started getting more and more into spirituality because I wanted to get deeper, like in touch with myself. That was the main reason. I wanted to
Okay.
get to know myself better. I know that I wanted something beyond, just um, education and all those things. Like I wanted to get to know myself better and
Yes.
step into and enjoy that kind of life. So when I started it, I thought it's going to be like a fairy tale, but it wasn't actually. And it took a lot of
It is
years.
never like that.
It's never like that, right? But it was a hard journey. But I realized that I'm all about the self growth. I mean, I'm not perfect in any manner, but I just really want to invest my time on myself and my self growth, um, along with, like, we invest in all these other things and passion and our career and everything, but I also wanted to do this for myself, and that's the main reason why I got into this, and
Okay.
to tell more people about it. And till last year this time I was thinking about doing something about, what I have learned and sharing that information, and now I am live on the internet and talking to you about it. So I think it really worked out for me.
It did. It did.
Yes. So, what is your take on cosmic love, and how do you define love that is cosmic, and what does it exactly mean?
I believe that, like, cosmic love, it's nothing else than love itself. Love, like, it's one of the biggest vibrations that we have. It's one of the biggest emotions in the human being. And when you vibrate in a loving vibration and you have loving frequencies and vibrations, uh, your entire self starts vibrating with love, no? So, like, in a cosmic way, is that you just vibing love. You're a love bubble, and then when you meet people and when people is around you, you're just like want to love everybody, like, that is for me what it's like. It's not something about, like, like going to the stars, and no, but it's like something that it's super powerful. It's like living love in the most amazing way and sharing love with all the people around. And I feel that that is it. Like, it's just vibrating in that frequency and sharing love with everybody without judgment, without um criticism, without anything. It's just giving love, and not because you want to receive love, but because you are love yourself. It's one of the most powerful emotions, and when you vibrate in a love vibration, like, the entire world around you, it like vibrates in the same frequency. So I feel that it's kind of it. It's just like love in the most, like, in the biggest exposure.
Right, right. So, cosmic love basically means that love exists no matter what.
It does exist. It exists within
Right,
all of us, and it will always exist. The thing is that we need to show it.
right,
That is what it's difficult, and what I feel is like we are not able to show love, and We are from different cultures because India is India, Colombia, it's very far. But then
Right.
culturally, there are a lot of things we have in common, no? And one of the things is that the human being is was born loving, you know, like you
Right.
are a lovable person. You deserve love and you can give love. Like that is your biggest truth. The problem is that we are ashamed of showing love. We are not able to. And I am other thing is that we believe that love is just like for our couple, like you know, like the person that we are going out with. But love is with all the people around. Like I remember when I was very, very small that my dad used to have a lot of not problems, but like it was very hard for him to tell his dad or his mom that he loved them, no, like mama, papa, I love you, you know. And I I have said that since I was born, I believe. Like I've always told my dad that I love him. I always told my mom. I even tell my friends, and some of them are like, okay, thank you.
Right, right.
Because people are not used to like to hear that, I guess. But then I feel that if I am not able to tell people that I love them, maybe I'm going to regret it. So I just say it, and I don't mind if people think that, my God, she lost it, or, you know, she's crazy. It's just something that you have to share. You have to tell people you love them. And it's not about like love itself, but like I care for you, I love you because I care and because you're an important person for me. And even if it's around, like not a random person, but like even if it's not that close, if it's your friend and if you have shared a special bond, why can't you say that you love them? Why can't you express that love that you have? Because it's within you. And most of the time what happens is that we are not able to find love ourselves because we don't love ourselves, you know, like you can't find a couple because you are not loving yourself, so you can't share love. So it is just like all about love and understanding that love is everything. When you vibrate in a loving um, vibration and in a loving environment, a lot of things start flowing, and then love starts coming, you know, like I don't it's like even animals start loving you. I don't know, like for me, cows follow me, dogs follow me, and I because I love them. I pet them, I caress them, I, you know. And like all my
Right.
family is like, can you please don't do that, like they're filthy. I'm like, oh my God, you know, like a cow comes in the street and you, it's just love, like you're a love bubble and you're just sharing love because you don't know who actually needs this love. A lot of people need, the only thing that they need is love because they can't find it in their homes, they can't find it in their work. It's just, they just need to know that they're loved.
Right. And also, I think, like you said, that our friends and our parents don't like to, I mean, we also don't say to them how much we love them. It's also because we have been taught to look at violence or some like that as a form of strength, and love as a form of weakness. And that is really weird, and that is really sad, because
It
violence is
is.
actually a form of weakness, a sign of weakness, and love is actually a sign of strength. And
It
that you're
is.
able to accept and love everyone despite of, like, but these days people want to put love in a box, and if they don't receive love the way they want to receive love, then they, close their heart to it and fail to accept it.
Yes. Hi, Sagar. Welcome. My stomach chakra is very well. It is called sacral chakra, but it's feeling very well.
Stomach chakra.
So, yes, I believe that in a linear way, we have been taught that showing love it's not good because you can get hurt. So, like, if you express love too much, you are vulnerable. So when you are vulnerable, you can get hurt, and then that it's not good. So we just save this love in a box and then leave it there, because like we don't want to show it to the world. But then we live a life empty because we can't express and we can't show what we have, no, what we are. So I believe that there has to be a point where you just decide to let go of everything that the people can think and just express what you feel. Like when I first, I remember when I first met my in-laws, the first thing that I asked my husband was, how do I say I love you, no? And he explained like bahut pyar karte hum, and then I was like, should I tell that to your mom? And he's like, no. What are you going? Why are you going to tell her that? I'm like, I don't know, because I miss her. And he's like, like it is very weird, but I tell my parents, I tell my brother, I tell my friends. So for me, it's just something that I want to tell people that I love. you know of course, as I said, a lot of people feel that it's weird and they're like, they don't know what to respond. But in the end, you just get used to it. And I feel that it's something that you will never regret, like telling people that you love them, even if it is not the correct time, I guess. They would really appreciate it, because they will feel that they are loved, like they will receive it in the moment that they need it, and they will find that, oh my God, like I am worthy of being loved. And that is all the entire society needs. It's to need to know that we care for each other, that we support each other, that we protect each other, but also that we can be able to love each other without differences, without fights, without anything. Like love, it's everything.
Right. So, I read somewhere that when we're small, our heart chakras are partially open. So, we are open to everything and we love everything. But as we grow up, our heart chakra partly closes, and so we close ourselves to love. So, what can you name some practices or something that people can do to, awaken or balance their heart chakras and to be able to move beyond the concept of owning, possessing, complaining, and all of that, and just spread love, like you said, without putting it in a box?
Hi, Shivani. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Actually, yes. When we are born, like right from the womb of our mothers, the chakras start creating. No, so the root chakra creates when we are in the womb, and then each chakra has like some ages in which they develop. Our heart chakra, it is developed, but of course, all of the chakras are um, affected a little bit, because when we grow up, a lot of things happen, no? Like our parents say things, we start telling ourselves things, our teachers say things, so we start creating these blockages. And one of the most important ones is the heart chakra. Why? Because a lot of times our, like, the heart chakra is the center of self-love, of self-acceptance. And the moment that you are in school and the teacher tells you like you did it wrong, but you never know why you did it wrong, you start doubting yourself. That is the worst thing that can happen, because this self-doubt starts evolving and starts growing. And when it starts growing, it starts creating more stagnancy in your body. So it starts developing a lot of issues like self-care, self-love, self acceptance, and so on. Hi Nivedita, how are you? So it is very, very complicated. The first thing that we need to work on for our heart chakra is to be able to connect with ourselves, to understand who we really are, and to understand that even though we are not perfect, because we're not going to be perfect, we are perfect the way we are. We can make mistakes, we can learn from the mistakes, but that doesn't make us smaller or bigger than anything. Like, we have to learn to embrace our life and embrace our problems and our mistakes as lessons. The moment we shift our mind and we shift our perception towards the accepting the mistakes, we start accepting ourselves. And one of the main things about the heart chakra is to meditate the love and kindness meditation. Love and kindness meditation is a meditation in which you send love vibes and love feelings and love thoughts to people around you, but you first send them to you. No, so like the meditation start, that you start bringing yourself to your own heart, and you start sending yourself thoughts of love, thoughts of self-care, of acceptance, and then you start going with different people, with a person that you don't know, with a person that it's like your neighbor, then the person that you hate, and you start spreading love vibes around without judging, without criticizing, without hating, and accepting that if the other person did something, it was not his or her fault. It just happened. It's a mistake. But you can't just like blame that person for that. You can't just like judge that person for that, you know? So the moment that you start connecting to yourself and you start connecting with this loving person that you are, because as I said in the beginning, we are loving, we are caring. Our nature is to be lovable and to be loved. That is like our right as human beings. So when we understand this and we start accepting ourselves and accepting others, our heart chakra starts flowing and the energy starts flowing, because there is no other way. Actually, when you do chakra healing, the first chakra that you charge is the heart chakra, and the heart chakra aligns with all of the chakras, from like the physical chakras and the spiritual chakras. But the first chakra that you charge, it's the heart chakra, because from there everything starts. When you start loving yourself, when you start accepting yourself, when you understand that everything that you have been through has shaped you to be who you are right now, and that every choice that you have made, it is not wrong, even if you think and you're not proud of that choice. That choice taught you a lesson, and that choice brought you where you are right now. So all this thought process, it's connecting you to your own self, and when you connect to your own self, you start being able to love everyone around you. You know, you stop judging everyone, you stop criticizing, and you start seeing every single being around you as a beautiful soul, not as a person that makes mistakes, not as a person that hurts, but as a soul that has feelings, that makes mistakes, but that deserves to be loved the same way that you deserve to be loved. So that is how it, like, that is the main thing to work on your heart chakra, is to connect with yourself, to accept yourself, and to start creating love vibes from you and from like to the world. Hi Nidhi,
Right.
welcome. I'm so happy to have you here.
And also, love is the highest vibration and they say that a happy heart is the tonic for life.
Yes, when we
And
see the
also,
scale of consciousness, love, it's like the highest. Love and gratitude are like the top vibrations and frequencies in the world. When you vibrate in gratitude and love, you are like in your crown chakras,
right.
because they're the highest vibrations in the universe.
So when you
Hi,
practice
Aman.
love like that on a daily basis and make it a part of your lifestyle, it's like you are in an ecstatic state of mind all the time.
Yeah, when you are a love bubble and you're just like spreading love all over
Love
your,
vibes.
like, yeah, you're just
Yeah.
like sending love vibes to everyone
Yeah.
and sending love and light. Some people, like, actually they don't feel it is very nice that they're like, oh, she's so lovable. But then what happens is that when you vibrate in loving vibes and in gratitude vibes, you start making people vibrate there. Like, it's very
Right.
funny, but like, you know um we are a mirror, so we think and we attract, no, so we attract everything that we do. So when you start loving everybody and like being lovable, people end up being lovable with you, like, it just happens. So it's very funny because I am very huggy, so like I love hugging people. So here in India, people, like the people I have met, they're not very hugging. Like, people don't hug too much, but I
Yeah,
love
yeah, they
hugging.
don't. It's not
And
very common in India to show love to the other person.
no, and then it's very weird. So I love hugging. Like, I feel that it's like the best way to connect to somebody. So I
It is.
hug everybody, and I love hugging people. So sometimes, like, the people that I have met and the people that are like very close to me right now, they already know that I am very huggy. So like, they're like, and they don't even know how to hug, so they're just like very weirdly hugging.
Side
But
hugs,
then
yeah.
it started becoming something that like they kind of crave for the hug. So like, when I arrive, they're like ready for the hug, like, because it gets like sticky, like people start feeling like getting the vibe, and I don't know.
Right.
Nidevita, jealousy, what kind of jealousy? Hello, Aman.
He says it is not very common here. Yes, it is not. In fact, hatred sells really quick here, but love doesn't.
No. Yes, I know, and that is one of the things that has been very difficult for me, because not hatred itself, but like, I miss contact. So like, I am very, as I said, I am very lovable. I have 2 cats in Colombia. I have 3 dogs. So like, I am on top of them all the time. They're on top of me. I hug my parents, like, I am very, I need contact. Like, for me, contact is very, very important. And one of the most difficult things about it is like, there is no contact, no, like, people don't like being hugged, people don't like being touched, and I totally understand it, but sometimes for me it's difficult because it's something that is so natural for me. So adapting to these kind of things, it's sometimes it's difficult. So I am just like a bubble of energy and I just throw energy around because I can't hug.
Right.
If my friend is successful in personal and professional life and I am not at that place yet, I am happy for my friend, but I feel a teeny tiny. One of the most important things to think about is that you can't ever in your life um, compare your journey with anybody else's, because it is not like that. Like, one of the things that I have understood in this, and I'm going to get a little bit personal here because of this question. One of the things that I have discovered is that everyone has its own pace, and everyone's life happens when it is supposed to happen, not when we want to happen. So like comparing each other, that is one of the biggest thoughts that yoga teaches us, because when yoga started becoming very very popular in the world, a lot of yoga teachers started sharing their asanas in Instagram, and then they do like very weird asanas, and like, you know, and a lot of people think that they can't do yoga because like they can't perform these asanas, but yoga is not that. Yoga is like more than that. Like asanas are just one of the 8 limbs of yoga. So like doing a very difficult asana doesn't make you a yogi, you know. So a lot of people in the yoga class, they start comparing like, oh, but she's flexible and I am not. It is different, and the journey is different for each other. Like it is very different the way I become flexible to the way you become flexible. It is very different the way I lose weight to the way you lose weight. So comparing each other and comparing each other's journey, it's very very difficult. And when I said that I was going to get a little bit personal, it's because right now in my life I am in a moment where all the people my age, all my friends have kids and I don't, no. And then there is a lot of pressure on me because I should get pregnant, you know. And then it's like, like it's your age, you're getting old, like when are you getting to be pregnant, you know. And it's like deep inside of me, I feel a little bit of jealousy, like why can't people get pregnant or not? But then in my mind, I don't think this is the moment for me to be a mom, you know, because we are going through a lot of changes. So this is kind of a thing that has thought, like the society has taught us, that we have to uh, do the things that everyone does at the same time, and that is not how it works. Like our lives are very different from each other, our moments are very different. So like if you are single and I am married, no one is capable, or no one is so powerful to judge you. Like no one can decide if you should if you should be single or married. No one can push you to get married if you don't think it is your time. If you are prioritizing your career, it is fine, because it's your life and no one can choose on your life. So what I would say, Nidevita, it's like, don't compare yourself to the other person. It's very well how you said it. You are not in that place yet, but you will be when it is your time. And your time will come. You have to be patient. You have to wait for it. I know it is not the ideal answer for it, because we want things to happen like this, and then because when we see other people, we want our lives to be like that. But we need to understand that life doesn't work like this. Life is not when we want things to happen. Life is when they are aligned to happen. So no one is powerful enough to judge us for that, and we can't be our own judges to say like, why are not you getting these results or not, because that is self-sabotaging. Like we can't do this, because we know that we are in a process. Life is a process, life is a journey. And I always get the teachings of yoga, because yoga for me is more as a philosophy than like a physical practice. So yoga is a journey. It's like a journey to yourself, through the self to yourself. And then there is a lot of things you have to learn in the way, but eventually you will get there. So you will nail the asanas, you will do what you have to do, but it has to be a process. It is very difficult for you to master an asana in one day. The same thing happens with life. Like, there is a time for everything, and we need to understand that, because this also brings us unhappiness, and unhappiness because of something that we want and it is not getting to us. It is unreal, because it will get to us when the time has to come. That is how it is. Thank you so much, Nidevita. I love you so much too.
I think that she asked the question that is so common these days. I go through the same thing, and I actually read a quote somewhere that said something which totally changed my life. And it said that if the people around you are, doing good things and getting good results, don't be jealous of them, because that means that good things are coming in your life as well. So why would you want others around you to fail at things? I mean, applaud for them and be happy for them, and focus that energy on working on yourself. Because as you said, we are a cosmic bubble of love, and we are so much more than all of these things. So there is no comparison.
It is no, but then what it's important is like, yes, to be happy, but not to feel bad about ourselves, because that again, it's heart chakra. It's like we are self-judging ourselves, and we can't judge ourselves because of what is happening. So we have to be very, very present. We have to be very mindful and understand that there is a good timing for everything. Of course, that doesn't mean that I don't feel jealous. I do feel jealous, like we all do. But we need, like, what I spread and what I try to teach is that we really need to know how to handle these emotions. If you stay in this jealousy becomes something negative, a negative energy that will create blockages. If you feel jealousy and then you tell yourself, like, okay, I am feeling jealous. Why am I feeling jealous? Okay, because she's successful, I am not. I am not in my time. My time will come. And that is it. You just change the negative thought to a positive thought, and everything got moving on. And the blockages are gone. You're not having blockages in your system. Rushai, thank you so much for your question. What do you think is more important to choose in a situation? To think selfishly and be happy with yourself, or sacrifice something that comforts you to make your loved ones happy? It depends a lot. What I would suggest, it's a little selfish actually, but I have learned a lot in these times, difficult times. I would think what you want and what makes you happy, because I heard a quote, like, not a quote, but like someone told me once that really, really changed my mind. And it is, when you are in a plane and the plane crashes, the first one that needs to put the mask on is you. If you want to help others, you need to get the mask on yourself. So that is the only thing you need to focus on. Yes, it is selfish. Yes, a lot of people are going to complain, like, what do you mean you need to think of others and you're talking about love? Yes, I am talking about love, but I also said that you need to love yourself first. So the same thing happens here. If you are uncomfortable and you are feeling pushed and pressured, you need to prioritize what you are feeling and how you will feel good, so other people can be good around you. Because if you are a mess, people around you are going to be a mess. Like, there is no doubt about it. So you have to save yourself first, and then try to help others. That is the only way around.
Right. I think that it may sound selfish in the short term, but in the long term, you will be able to connect and love your parents even more, because you are happy. because you chose the path of self love, and that is why you're capable of giving them more and more love in the long term.
In the moment, they're maybe not going to understand, like your family are not going to understand, your friends are not going to understand, your couple are not going to understand, but in the end they're going to understand. And I am going to give a very very strong example, but like a lot of people that have prioritized other wishes than them, they can't deal with it and they like kill themselves, you know, because the unhappiness and the frustration is so much that they can't bear with it. The moment that you prioritize yourself, like your family might not understand, but eventually when you're happy and you're successful, they're going to say like, okay, you did it, you know, but they're not going to judge you, but they're very happy that you're going to be with them for a long term, you know. A lot of people in these kind of situations, when you feel a lot of pressure, when you feel like super overwhelmed with these kind of things, people end up doing things like very bad, and your family is going to appreciate that like in a long term. That's right.
Right. I
Thank
think
you so much.
everyone asked really relatable and relevant questions today, and you answered them really appropriately. And I completely felt like big sister vibes and everything. And no, really. And I did learn a lot. So,
That is
what we
amazing. I'm
gathered,
so happy you learned. And
yes,
thank you all for connecting. Thank you all for coming. I love you so much, and I will be saying it a lot of times. I love you all. Thank you for
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
it's okay.
All right, all right. So it was a great session today, and what I gathered from this session is that self love and meditating on love should be a morning ritual that everyone should practice every day. Because if we start our day with acceptance and love and just seeing everything through our love glasses on, the world is a really good place and a happy place. It's just a matter of
Yes,
perspective and how we see it.
and that you have to spread love to the ones you love. It's
Right.
very important.
And tell the
It's
people
very
that you love
important,
them.
even if it's weird, even if you feel weird, even if sometimes it's like difficult to bring it out.
Right,
Try it, because I know that you will never regret it, and the people that is around you are going to feel very, very appreciated.
right, absolutely. All right. Thank you for telling me so much today, and for all of these people who asked you these questions, and I got to know so much more. And
Thank
thank
you
you so
so
much.
much, everyone. I love you all, and we'll meet again pretty, pretty soon.
Right. All
Bye
right then. Thank you
bye.
so much. Bye. Take care.